So I'm starting off by scrubbing my face with my Proactiv Plus. This is the first step of that. This is just how I normally wash my face every morning, just to kind of feel fresh. So I'm just scrubbing that into my face all over. I know it's kind of an exfoliator, but it is my face wash, so I'm not too concerned about anything like that. Then I'm just taking a warm, damp washcloth and wiping that all off of my face, making sure that it is completely gone, and then I'm going to take a dry towel and completely dry my face. Then with my Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion, I am just going to put that all over my face to moisturize it. This is great to do the morning before you're gonna put your makeup on. Not like right before you put your makeup on, but a little bit before, just to really get that moisture in your face. Then, because I was having some dead skin peeling on my lips, I'm using my e.l.f. lip exfoliator and just rubbing back and forth to kind of remove that dead skin. So starting for the makeup, I've already done one of my eyes, which I'm showing you here, and I'm just going to do the other one just for time's sake. It's faster if I just show you how to do one of my eyes. So I'm starting with Scotch tape, and I kind of put it on my hand and then ripped it off and then applied it to my eyes exactly how I wanted it. Now I'm going in with the Urban Decay Primer Potion and just putting that all over my lid, as well as up onto the brow bone, all the way underneath my eyebrow and underneath on my lower lash line. This is just going to ensure that your eyeshadow doesn't crease and that it stays on all night. For eyeshadow, I'm going to be using my Stila in the Light palette with my Sonia Kashuk No. 116 crease brush. I'm going in with the shade Bare, which is a kind of light beige color in the palette. And now I'm just applying that, going back and forth in windshield wiper motions in my crease, as well as up onto my brow bone and underneath my eyebrows. We want that gradient effect, so that's why I'm taking it all the way up underneath that eyebrow. Plus, I have really arched eyebrows. So I'm just really blending that in and making sure that I get that blended along that tape line as well. Then using that same brush, I'm going in with the color Bliss, which is just a kind of medium brown color, and I'm going to be applying that right in the crease, especially more in the outer corner, and blending that up onto the brow bone, but not as high as I took the color Bare. Once again, we're going for that gradient effect, so you are going to pull it up a little bit higher than you normally would on your daily basis, and I'm making sure to really blend that in along that tape line. This will ensure that we get that really defined line when we take the tape off. Now I'm going in with the main eyeshadow color that we're going to be using, and that is Kitten. A lot of people know about this shade. Is absolutely gorgeous. It's just this silvery, goldy, metallic kind of color. The camera doesn't even do justice for this color. Like, it's not even picking up how amazing it is. So I'm just using my finger and applying that all over the eyelid, and then I'm going in with that same Sonia Kashuk brush and putting Bliss back in that crease. This is just going to blend everything together and make sure we don't have any harsh lines. Then I'm going in with the dark brown color in the palette called Sandstone, and I'm using, once again, that same brush and just kind of dabbing it in the outer corner, like the outer V of my eye, right up against that tape line to start bringing in the darker colors. Then in a moment, I'm going to be taking a Mary Kay angled brush, and I'm going to be dipping it into that same sandstone color, and I'm going to be dragging it along that tape line, kind of starting to form almost like if I was like doing my gel eyeliner. But I'm just dipping it in there, and then I'm going to apply that right to that outer corner along that tape line. I am going to go back in with black later, and you can kind of see me comparing, making sure I pull it up just as high as my other eye. And then I'm going in with my e.l.f. smudge brush and just taking more of that sandstone color and just really packing it into that outer V. We want to have that really dark outer V to kind of make the look more dramatic. So you can kind of see me getting closer to the camera here to show you where I'm packing that brown color, and I'm pulling it up a little bit so that we do once again get that gradient effect. Now with that matte black color called Ebony in the palette, I'm going to be taking that same angled brush and just lightly tapping my brush into it. You don't want to tap too much because you don't want your eye to look totally black. You don't want a ton of that black. So we're just once again just dragging our brush along that tape just like we did with the brown color Sandstone, And I'm just kind of looking back and forth, comparing, making sure that I'm bringing that black as high up as I did on the other eye, and then I'm bringing it inward a little bit. Now I'm going in with a crease brush. This is just any crease brush will work. And I am just kind of blending in that black. You are going to have to take some time to blend in your black. I think that's one of the hardest parts, but you just keep blending and it will blend out. And now I'm just going in with the crease brush, the one I used earlier, with a little bit of Bliss to try to just blend out that black a little bit more. Like I said, you don't want any harsh lines. And then I'm going back in with a little bit of sandstone on that other brush. Then with my Sonia Kashuk brush, I'm going in with the shade Bare and just tapping that in that inner corner to try to lighten it up. Then with a flat synthetic brush, I'm spraying my e.l.f. Mist and Set spray, and I'm tapping that brush into the shade Kitten. Doing so is just going to really make that shade more metallic. It's not picking up super well right here on the camera, but it just made my eyes pop. You could also do this with MAC Fix Plus, or if you didn't have any of those, maybe just some water, and you're just patting that color on. Then once again, to ensure we have no harsh lines, we are going to just take that Sonia Kashuk brush with a little bit of the color Bliss and just blend back and forth, and then once again I'm touching up Kitten. It's really just a process of going back and forth between the two. Now I'm just peeling off that tape and you can really see that defined line. And I noticed that I had put a little bit too much Bliss on my eyebrow bone, so now I'm just going in with a little bit of Bare. This will brighten up that under the eyebrow area, and then I'm going in with my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk to even more give that under the brow highlight. You can kind of see I'm just drawing it on like a crayon, and then I'm going to lightly just tap my finger on it. Don't pull it, just tap it, and it will kind of blend in. So I'm just going through a process of adding more and blending it in, adding more and blending it in until it matches the first eye that I did. This is just really bringing light to that under the brow area. With my e.l.f. angled brush and my Maybelline Eye Studio gel eyeliner in the shade Black, I'm going to be applying a little bit of gel eyeliner. I'm going to be doing this very close against my lash line. I don't want the line to be too thick. I will be going back over it later after I apply my false lashes. So I'm just very carefully starting in the inner corner, going against those lash lines all the way to the outer corner. I am going to speed this up because I've done this in quite a few of my videos and it's the same way. And in the end, I will add a wing just to kind of make this look more dramatic. With that same angled brush from earlier, the Mary Kay one, I'm going to apply a little bit of Kitten just to that inner corner to kind of bring some brightness. Then to line my lower lash line, I'm using the NARS Larger Than Life Longwear eyeliner in the shade Via Veneto, and I'm just putting a little bit of that, not too harshly along that bottom line, because I am going to go in with my e.l.f. smudge brush and smudge this out just to make it a little bit dramatic and kind of sultry looking. And I'm going to go back and forth between adding a little bit more eyeliner and then smudging it, just doing that back and forth a few times till I get it exactly how I want it. You definitely do not have to do this step if you're not into having liner on your bottom lashes. I personally was going for that look, so that's why I did that. With my Maybelline Volume Express Pumped Up Colossal Mascara, I'm just going in and applying some mascara to my lower lash line. Nothing too dramatic. I'm not into super intense bottom lashes, so I'm just applying a little bit. Using a Q-tip and some makeup remover, I'm quickly just fixing up that wing. I got a little bit of mascara on the side of my face as well, so I'm just removing that. And then I'm going to be taking my Ardell Glamour Lashes in number 105 Black. These are a twin pack here, but obviously you only need one set of them. And I'm using a pair of angled tweezers to pull them out of the package, and I will also use those to apply them. And I'm going to be applying them with my Duo Eyelash Adhesive. This is the clear adhesive. So now I'm just carefully applying that glue on the lash. You are probably going to want to use more glue than I used in this tutorial for the actual dance, because you do want it to stay on. You don't want your lashes falling off in the middle of the dance and then having to deal with that. I've definitely had tons of friends have that experience because they didn't put enough glue on. So, you know, you're just going to have to decide how much you want to put on. And now I'm just applying those using a angled tweezer. This part is kind of difficult. It's just a matter of placing them right in the right place. And then I'm just grabbing onto the ends and attaching those right to the inner corner as well as the outer corner. and then you will see me kind of clamp the fake eyelashes down onto my real eyelashes just to make sure they're really solidly put on there so they're not going to fall off. So I'm just going to speed through the rest of this process. With my Maybelline Pumped Up Colossal Volume Mascara in the shade Classic Black, I'm just attaching my fake lashes to the real ones just so they're not separated. Then I'm going back in with the Maybelline Gel Eyeliner just to kind of touch it up and make sure that you cannot see the base of those fake lashes. Taking my Clinique All About Eyes Concealer in the shade Light Petal, I'm just putting a dab of that on my forehead, and then with my Sonia Kashuk concealer brush, I'm just kind of dabbing that all over my face in the spots where maybe I have a breakout or I kind of have some redness. And then I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush and just blend that concealer all in onto my face before I put on my foundation. For foundation, I'm going in with my Clinique Super Balanced Makeup in the shade Fair, and I'm taking my Clinique foundation brush and just dabbing that all over my skin where I want it to go. And then I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush again and just blend it all in. This brush really gives you that airbrushed appearance, and everyone wants that for the dance, and I'm just blending into my neck as well. Then I'm going in with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles in the shade Brightener Illuminator 160. With this, I am highlighting my nose, my chin, my under eye area, and I'm just kind of doing a triangular motions underneath my eyes. This is just really going to make that under eye area pop. And then I'm going to apply a little bit on my Cupid's bow, as well as I put some on my forehead, but I think that got cut out. And now I'm just blending this in with my fingers. I haven't really found a brush yet that I really like to blend this in with. I guess you could use the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, but for right now, my fingers are just perfect. They just kind of really soften the makeup up and really blend it in. To set that concealer and under eye brightener that I put on, I'm using my Real Techniques setting brush along with my Laura Mercier setting powder, which is just a translucent powder, and I'm just popping that in under my eyes and anywhere that I put that concealer or brightener. This is just going to make sure you don't have as much creasing. There's going to be no movement with the makeup on your face. You could apply this all over your face if you really wanted to. I'm just choosing not to. Then I'm going in with my Clinique Stay Matte Powder. This is in the shade Stay Beige. I'm not really sure what number this is. I will link it down below though. That's what it looks like. And I'm going to be using my Real Techniques powder brush. I am absolutely obsessed with this brush. If you're looking for a good powder brush, definitely give this one a try. So I'm blending that powder down into my neck and making sure that I just reach all those areas, you know, my cheeks, underneath my eyes, making sure that I really get that full coverage. You don't want to miss any spots, especially on a day where you're taking all these pictures. You want to look flawless. So I'm just really making sure that I blend that into my face. So right here, you can kind of see what the eyes are looking like currently, and then I'm going in with my NYC Sunny Bronzer with just any sort of brush. I'm just choosing this rounded kind of brush to bronze with. I guess I'm kind of contouring with a bronzer, kind of like a combination, so I'm just going back and forth in that kind of hollows of my cheek area. This is just going to give your face more definition. It's not going to look so flat. It's definitely going to stand out more in pictures, which is what we're looking for. So I'm just going to keep doing that till I'm satisfied. Remember that the first place you put your brush on your face is going to have the most pigment, so place your brush first nearest the hairline and then drag back and forth. That way you'll get more of that gradient on your face as well. And then I'm going to be taking a little bit more of that and just putting it against the top of my forehead, like right next to my hairline, to just bring some more color onto my face. Then I'm putting a little bit more of that right on my neck, my jawbone, and a little bit on my chin and on both sides of my nose. Then, as always, I'm going in with my MAC Warm Soul Mineralized Blush, which is my favorite thing of life, with my Real Techniques blush brush. I'm just applying this to the apples of my cheeks, being careful not to take it too far in on my face. So I'm just applying that till I think, you know, it's enough on my face. Some people like a little bit more, some people like a little bit less. It's just a personal preference. I would say I'm done with the makeup, but I do have to apply lipstick later. For hair, I'm starting by parting my hair where I normally part it using a paddle brush by Conair. And then I'm going to go in with my Tresemme Dry Shampoo. It will be linked down below. And I'm going to spray this in my hair just to give it some extra volume as well as kind of freshen it up. Then I'm going in with my Tresemme Thermal Creations Heat Tamer Spray, spraying this all over my hair. This is just going to help prevent any damage to your hair when I'm curling it. I am going to be curling my hair using my Bedhead Rock and Roller curling iron. I'm not going to show you the whole tutorial on it because I do have a separate video on how I specifically curl my hair with this, so I will link that down below. I'm using the same exact technique as I did then, and when I'm completely done, I will come back and show you what my hair looks like. So this is the completed hair look. I will just spray my hair with my Tresemme Trez 2 Ultra Fine Mist, just kind of lifting it up to give it some volume, making sure there's no little sticky hairs out at the top. And then I'm showing you right here that you could pull a piece to the side like that, but I'm not really going for that look, so I'm just going to keep mine down.